Welcome to Anatomy of Notoriety. I'm Professor America. Yes, that's my real teaching name, and yes, I take attendance very seriously, especially in 1776. Now, before we jump into today's episode, let's answer the question from last time. Why was that first mysterious gunshot at Lexington called the shot heard round the world? Because it wasn't just a local fight. It marked the beginning of a war that would inspire revolutions far beyond America, especially in France and Latin America. A small colonial militia standing up to the most powerful empire on earth sent a message globally. Empires are not invincible. That's why historians later gave it that legendary name. All right, now let's talk about the wild part. Episode 4. Winning against an empire. Let's be honest. In 1775, this was not a fair fight. Britain had the world's strongest navy, trained professional soldiers, money, weapons, global supply lines, basically the 18th century version of a fully upgraded video game character. And the colonies? Farmers, shopkeepers, blacksmiths, and a brand new army that barely had uniforms. Some soldiers showed up with their own guns. Some showed up with no shoes. Not ideal. Then Congress appointed George Washington as commander of the Continental Army. Tall guy, calm, didn't smile much in paintings, probably because he knew what he was walking into. He wasn't handed a powerful army, he was handed a group project with muskets. Early battles? Rough, very rough. The British captured New York in 1776. The Continental Army retreated more than once. Morale dropped. Supplies ran low. Soldiers left. If this were a movie, this is where the dramatic music would get very sad. Then came one of the most famous moments, the crossing of the Delaware River. Christmas night, 1776. Freezing weather. Ice in the river. Washington leads a surprise attack on Hessian forces in Trenton. It wasn't the biggest battle of the war, but it saved morale. Suddenly, people thought, okay, maybe we're not completely doomed. But the real test was Valley Forge, winter of 1777 to 78. Soldiers freezing, starving, no proper shelter. This wasn't glamorous war. This was survival. And here's the important historical fact. More soldiers died from disease during the war than from battle itself. War back then was brutal in ways people don't imagine. Now enter France. After the American victory at the Battle of Saratoga in 1777, France officially decided to support the colonies in 1778. This was massive. Not just money, not just soldiers, the French Navy. And remember, Britain's biggest strength was naval power. Fast forward to 1781, Yorktown. American and French forces trap British General Cornwallis. The French Navy blocks escape by sea. Washington's army closes in on land. Cornwallis surrenders. Just like that, the empire that once controlled vast territories around the world was defeated by former colonies. Was it instant? No. Was it easy? Definitely not. Was it expected? Absolutely not. But strategy, foreign alliances, persistence, and leadership made the difference. And in 1783, the Treaty of Paris officially recognized American independence. The empire lost. The colonies won. So here's today's question for you. If France had never joined the war, do you think the American colonies still could have defeated Britain? Why or why not? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Next episode, we move to the moment when victory turns into nation building. Because winning a war is one thing, running a country is a whole different headache. Thanks for watching.